Excuse me, sirs. I'm Dave Bailey. I was called by 911 to come over. Is he okay?
Ockwell's house looks set burned and we have no information on his whereabouts.
He's missing?
Yes, we are still searching the premises and we have no report on his whereabouts. You are, as far as we know, the closest to him contact-wise, and we're trying to make sure it's brought to your attention for those having to know him that well. We were searching the property, and this is an enclosed letter and tape we found from the contents of the house. We already analyzed it on scene. It's addressed to you, and the film roll's already inside it. I gotta see this. The world's gotta see this. Friends, neighbors, my studio associates, and Mr. Dave Bailey, my partner in crime, and being my producer, of course. This is Doc Will. What am I doing? Speaking alone in my beater van at 3 a.m. on a work night, driving down this remote road that I've gotten like 10 minutes of B-roll of to at least make my hook interesting. Well, as those who follow me know, I've had immense passions in making indie docs on a variety of lesser known subjects that could be very useful for the whole public to know, whether for just some sloppy entertainment purposes or some informational knowledge. We've all heard of the classic historical phenomena and conspiracy theories like Area 51, urban legends like Enderman, Slenderman, Bigfoot. Shit, that was my first doc back in college. Those events have been done to death. It just feels better to watch when it's something that's totally new, something more obscure to the general public, not something that your mom and pop know well about. I've always wanted to take that, lesser known subject material and just make something unique out of it that not only spreads awareness to the public, but also is like, hey, I helped make it more widespread for people to know besides just locals. I know what you are thinking. Oh, this is Doc Will trying to put his name on the map besides the 5 fans he has at home, which isn't true. I've made about 6, 7 documentaries. Have you ever watched Masked Men? You know, the documentary about secret society in Northern California, that whole shebang. What the heck, I'm rambling here anyway. No, this is more than just me trying to be a successful filmmaker. This is something that's been on my mind for a long time. It's rarely ever talked about. Like where I'm driving right now, this is off about 30 miles of back roads through the rural country near its dense population of wild woodland. Nothing as far as the eye can see. It's a whole world away from us in terms of its civilization and the iron fist that rules it. This is our nation's security border, this place. No one really comes or patrols out here that much, but this iron fence is a tough nut to crack. Requires sheer strength, fortitude, and a willingness to potentially risk 5 years in federal prison for trespassing, which I have, with the help of my equipment in this back van. Ha. Heats it up to however many 100 degrees Celsius to make the steel weak. Then the pickaxe does the rest. Now I better drive this back off-road so nobody, God forbid, finds it. If it can last for roughly 2 days, maybe 3, for the time that I'm here, I'll be fine. This is Sparta, in all its shades of glory, or at least what it once had. Don't be fooled. This place is a bastardized, corpse-like shell of itself in the modern day. A nation-state that had been rooted since the late stage BC years. It was one of many other nation-states across the land that had revolutionary individual systems of their own governments and senses of military prowess, ruled by the better leaders of the era. Have you ever heard of Warrior Aegis and his war hero stories? Stuff of legend, I tell you. The masses were strong, capable, willing to defend their nation at any cost, based on their own conviction. Well, on my own conviction, and hopefully yours too, it's time to take a peek behind Sparta's Iron Curtain. The masses will be out in full force by morning. Just a simple blended, plus with a hidden headcam for secret documentation. Yes, their produce wears thin this time of year. Ugh. I want to know what's in there, man. So this is where people live. As derelict as the rest of Sparta symbolizes. Indoctrination centers just along the road up there. Perfect for an insane authoritarian state. Hey, excuse me, mister. Where are you going today? To the Iron Plant. You sign all day. For who? Oh, I see. Balancing the line between not coming off as an outsider and trying to get that scoop on what goes on here is a tough one. That's the Iron Fist. The self-described, self-elected, self-righteous leader of this calamitous state, caught on camera near his fiercely guarded residences. Everyone here lives and works under his regime, for him, and for his iron cult, as I guess it comes to be known. They are all chanting and repeating everything the Iron Fist is saying. Even that guy whose brains were bludgeoned today is there. Everything they work for in this farm is for the Iron Fist. Do these peasants, in all honesty, reap any of the fruits of their labor? No. Everything here is one massive monopoly under the Iron Fist, as if he is not only the cult of personality, he's the owner of everything in Sparta as well. Everything comes down to him. Are you? You're hiding from the Iron Fist, aren't you? Will he beat you to death if he finds you are here hiding away from him? Do you believe in the Iron Fist? I can help you out of here. I know a way out. Where I come from, it isn't anywhere near this bad. Seriously? I'd hoped I could survive here for at least 2 or 3 days to gain a needed scoop on what takes place in Sparta. I barely lasted more than 12 hours before I was chased out by a mob. A mob of people who were brainwashed by the cult and literal being of the Iron Fist, against both their willpower and their conscious state of mind. It is a culture of fear on many social, economic, and political levels, from the peasant population being forced to toil for the economic gain of, why even ask? The masses converging in the Iron Chapel to the might of the Iron Fist, deluding their heads with this cult of personality, as if that takes precedence over being beat to death and having nothing to you. And yet here they are, because they have nothing. When you're one step from nothing, desperation takes precedence. No questions asked. There is no other alternative. Hence the turn from desperation to delusion and desecration. Wacky, dangerous stuff out in these parts aren't uncommon, believe me. Other nation-states around here have had their own share of rises and falls over the past several centuries. But when those who are left in Sparta cannot help themselves, they are forcibly helped, with a puncher's 7 in their skulls. When we think of cases like this, like of Sparta and others, it resembles the likes of North Korea and the cults of the Kim family, or even other cults of personalities or authoritarian states. Hitler, Stalin, Mussolini, hell, even the rise of authoritarianism and sentiments in contemporary eras, especially in the Western world. Sparta, however, is not well known. I didn't even know about it for the longest time, as a 27-year-old man living in the boonies with limited exposure to this nation-state, roughly less than 100 miles out from where I live. But this traces back to what amateur level at best, corny, and unknown filmmakers like myself want to do. Sparta has no outsiders. They keep to themselves. They prevent the outside world from infecting their insane ways, until the last man dies before the Iron Fist. This experiment, this documentary, will stand as a thorn to all that. Maybe this documentary will blow up all over the internet and be brought to the attention of NATO. More realistically, it will garner the attention of roughly 72 loyal viewers, and everyone will resume what they do. Kind of like the dwindling population of Sparta. Everyone will consume their own iron fists without asking questions, without ever fully realizing, without ever understanding. Sparta was once a prosperous nation-state dating back hundreds of years. Now it is a decaying, fossilized, bastardized state. The people have turned to the Iron Fist because it is all they have left. They take their beatings, their table scraps, their peasant livelihoods, and they take it with a smile on their face. For them, at least it is something compared to nothing.